CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens Movement for Change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. It's a man. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's work together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here again today. I'm looking forward to having a fascinating show. Today was a very relaxing day for me. I hope it was for you. Today is TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. I'm going to just wait until you guys are all here a little bit, wait for some of my panelists to join me before I even recognize some of you. But it's good to be here again today. It's good to talk about some of the amazing things that CMC is doing in Liberia, some of the amazing things that our political leader, Musa Hassan Bilde, is doing for the people of Liberia. Um, I'll be showing you my agenda on for today is to show you some of the things that he's doing, especially in Lofa. I'm also going to talk about today. We woke up and the social media was just going crazy talking about the LU students in the name of soup, how they decided that they were going to paint their university. And at first when you look at it, it looks like graffiti. They were just sort of painting all over the place. But there's a reason and there's a purpose for what they are doing, and we'll talk about that. And then we'll also talk about the state-owned enterprises. In this country, there's a commercial. In the United States, there's a commercial. So where's the beef? And our question is, where's the money? Where is the money going? We know that these state-owned enterprises, I'm sorry, I just got a notification. Henry, if you're in the back, you can come on so we can have this conversation together, at least until some of the panelists get on. So where's the money? Where's the beef? We have tons and tons of millions of dollars are coming in from these state-owned enterprises. But we're not sure if the money is going towards the state coffers to help develop our country. And as you know, as a member of CMC, our agenda includes speaking for the Liberian people and making sure that they get their share of the money that is owed to them For example, we can't have money being paid to NPA, the National Petroleum Agency, and then we don't know where the money going. We can't have money being paid, to the ports. And we heard Jonathan Carpier on one of the social media platform has said that he was giving up anywhere 9 to 11 million, and don't quote me on that. I think 9 million to be specific, or so. He was contributing that to uh, the National Port Authority, the NPA, I'm sorry, the National Petroleum Authority, National Port Authority. He was giving that money to them, but we don't know where the money went. So today we promised to be discussing a lot of things. What could the money that these different state-owned enterprises receive, what could it do to develop our country? So we'll be having such discussion. I'm just waiting to see if Henry, are you in the background? I know Ansu told me that he couldn't make it today because he wasn't feeling too well. Ansu, I hope that you feel better. So I'm waiting for my other panelists to join me on the list today. I have Vicky, who's coming in to join me. I also have Ishmael Fofana, who is, I believe Ishmael is one of the youngest panelists here. He's going to be he's actually chairing our youth department here around the world, globally, and in the United States. And so he speaks directly from that perspective. I'm looking forward to seeing Smith Toby, although I called Mr. Toby today and I didn't get a hold of him. Usually we try to chit chat before coming on the show. Maybe there's interesting things that I need to be aware of that is happening in Liberia, and then he can tell me. But he could be traveling to. He tells me when he's traveling to um, Manga, which is where his home is. Sometimes he gets interrupted or he does not have any internet services, which I find it fascinating. Yes, I want to say even in a developed country, there are dead spots. Even when you're driving, there are certain places that, there's lack of internet connection. However, though, um, you know, even when there's dead spot, as soon as you drive a little bit, you can get internet connection, or be able to communicate somehow, some way. But it seems like there are certain places. I know that there was a time on my farm I had to stand in certain position at certain places in order to communicate. So it's interesting how our internet service is in Liberia, but I'm told it's getting better. And the only thing that we can do is pray that it gets better, and that's good. So um, today, there's a lot of things on our agenda that we can talk about. As I told you today, I had a really quiet day today at home. I didn't do a lot in terms of work, which is very unusual for me. Uh, Ishmael, there's another Ishmael Fofana who's watching. I was going to say, Ishmael, you're supposed to be here. But today I didn't do a lot. It was a little of a quiet day for me. I don't know what, something that I pray for that's part of development in our country. What we do, or what I do in this developed world, usually I try to get all my preventative healthcare measures taken care of. For example, it's the beginning of the year. I make sure that I see my primary care physician, which is my PCP. I see him, get all my blood work done. I make sure that I see my gynecologist. I make sure that I see whatever specialist that I'm referred to see during this time. Which, let's knock on wood. Let's be thankful. At my age and at this time in the game, I'm doing well so far. I've not gotten any. I didn't get any news from my PCP that I need to abide by strictly. So today, usually I went there at first, and they send you for blood work. So I did go back to get blood work done. In doing blood work, what they do is they do a total assessment of your lab, how internally your body is doing. And so in a couple of days, maybe 2 or 3 days, someone from his office will call me. I've usually gotten a clean bill of health. I don't expect it to be any different this time around. They will sometimes, if your red blood cell is the same, your white blood cell is the same. If there's anything elevated in your or that decrease, or maybe your called well, I keep on saying this thing, your cholesterol. That's what I wanted to say. A cholesterol level, perhaps it is high or low. They will tell you all of that because that's some of the things that they check. So I also spend the day setting an appointment for my. I have cancer that runs in my family. My mother passed away from ovarian cancer. So every 2 years, I get my body scanned, my internal organ scan for cancer. And so that was one of the things that I did. I sent out a appointment notification out to my imaging center, and I was called back, and so I have an appointment to go to get scanned. So, and then after that, I don't know if I told you my new interest, which is my husband tells me, he said you act as if you don't have enough on your plate, and you added another thing on your plate. But let me just tell you. So over the holidays, I got a 500 pieces jigsaw puzzle to put together. It was a long past interest of mine. I used to, I do a lot of arts and crafts. I crochet a lot. I do a little like earrings and all of that stuff. So I'm jack of all tricks, but master of none. So I bought a 500 pieces jigsaw puzzle to complete. So I spent a good half of the day strategizing how I'm going to complete this. I have a strategy. I'm getting all my edges together first. If you know anything about jigsaw puzzle, most people try to get the edges together first, and then you try to put the colors together based on the picture that you have. It's a good distraction for me. It keeps me away from thinking about the psychological uh, reports or psychological things that I have to deal with. As you know, that I'm a licensed psychologist, and I have a lot of things that I have to deal with, people's issues. So it sort of distracts me from that. Also, about it distracts me from being deep into Liberian's politics. I know today I was listening on the news and reading Sarah papers and just catching up a little bit on the internet. And one of the things that I saw was this dialogue between many and what's going on in our country in terms of the the sodomizing of a little boy, a 15-year-old boy. I just want to speak primarily about the psychological effects of that little boy. If we can talk about that a little bit, but let me just see who's here, who's watching us. I want to welcome all of our viewers, those of you who are watching and listening by way of radio, those of you who are watching on social media platforms, maybe YouTube, or perhaps your own page or any one of the pages. You can find us on Dr. Richardson's page. You can find us on, I believe, is CMC Diaspora page. You can find us on the Political Insight page. So I have Mr. Boima Quay. He said he's following from Chicken Soup Factory. I want to welcome you, Mr. Quay. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Hassan Kamara is joining us from Germany. Mr. Christian Ne, he's following from Bombing County. Ishmael Fofana is watching us from Belgium. Wow, we have someone in from Belgium. We have someone in from Bombing County. Abdullah Dukle, he's watching closely from Morovia. And Ambassador Andrew Ish Kamara is also following us from Liberia. V. Cromage is Dr. Francine Richardson, or Dr. Richardson. I'm watching you live from my community, Jacobtown Chicken Farm Community, Monrovia, Liberia. I'm a strong supporter of CMC. Thank you, V. Cromage. It's good to see you, and also it's good to hear that you're a strong supporter. We also have Ishmael Fula Fofana. Yes, there is another Ishmael who is your namesake. But thank you again also for joining us. Ishmael is also here. He joins us as a panelist here. So I don't know if he's here today. I'm going to do my rounds of calling to see if he's available tonight to come on. Let me just check to see if anyone. Uh, I'm going to call the panelists and see if anyone's coming on to join me tonight. Usually, usually, uh, the group joins me. Yes. So, Mr. Fafana, I just want to tell you thank you for joining us. You're watching from Second Pier, Nima County. Thank you all for the good job. Yes. I know we come on late, and I'm so happy that many of you can take your time to even join us to be here. It means a lot to me, definitely. Um, Mr. Rutherford M. Kamara is also here. Mr. Miss, well, Klita Kalimita is also here. Um, Vicky, I'll just letting you know I'm on. I was just calling to let everybody know that the show is on, but we'll talk soon. Oh, it's just Vicky who's coming on. Clita, he said, it is a blessing in joining the show tonight. I love you all, my CMC family. More love to you as well, Clita. Abu Fofana is also following from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Thank you for joining us. Um, Pay Edward, he said, Global One, hello. I need a sticker or something like that, or a license plate that says Global One, right? Thank you for joining us, Pay Edward. That's a good suggestion. Um, I also want to say that Orita Jones is also watching from Secretary. Orita, thank you for watching us. And V Krum, I say Happy New Year to us, the entire CMC family. I see Johnson, one fine day. Kwa is watching from Monrovia. Clinton Y. Kennedy said he's watching from Grand Judah. Wow, we love to have people watching from Grand Judah, and thank you for joining us. Sam Kotu, he's following or she's following, is great. Thank you for joining us. I promise you that it will be a great show tonight. We have a lot of things lined up for discussion. But we're just gonna chit chat. I'm just gonna chit chat with all of you. So at this moment, if you are watching and you are commentating, you can ask what questions you have to ask about CMC, and I'll be glad to answer until some of the panelists get in. Uh, Fasiku Kamar is also watching from Margibi. I want you to know that the CMC is your political party. This show, The Political Insight, is also your show. So, in as much as we do come on late, it's 11:30 at night. It will soon be 12 o'clock. Um, Perhaps you are just in your room or at home, just outside in your house. You can spend some time just tuning into the show and get accustomed to what is going on in the CMC, what is going on in Liberia, some of the trending issues. So these are the things that we talk about here when we're here. Uh, One of the things that attracted me, I can tell you, to the CMC is that we speak for the people of Liberia, as you know. We know that we need to do a reset on government, what's going on with different issues in the government. So people who we believe, the Liberian people, that's what CMC believe, the Liberian people are supposed to be the beneficiaries of government's proceeds. I see that perhaps, let me see, Ansu or Henry are there, might be in the studio. I see that they are highlighting comments. Ansel and Henry, if you're in the studio, could you please come on? And this person says, good evening, Dr. Francie. And to admit, I am doing all I can to get closer to our CMC leader. because I'm in Liberia here making the case from one community to another. Karis Morris, we want to tell you thank you for making the effort for a better Liberia. This is what we are all doing. We are doing this because of Liberia. We want a better Liberia. We um, we are party if you are into transforming Liberia, if you are into making sure that you want a Liberia where your children can have good health care, where your children can have good education, where at least you if you're making your market, you can be able to bring your market and your produce instead of it spoiling. You can have good roads, bring your market from the farm to the market, your produce from the farm to the market, so that things can be a little bit better for you and the next generation. So I'm thankful for all of you who are out there spreading CMC news. CMC is a political party. It's the newest on the block, and we are doing very well. Okay, um, we are resonating with the Liberian people because we over 177 years old. I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired of the same old thing. Yes, today we got donations from China. Okay, yeah, let's agree that that came in. But almost all of the governments, that's has been our uh, government business. We get these donations from these organizations, from these governments. USAID was a major contributor to us, but we know with the geopolitics of the world, USAID is no longer contributing to us. The Swedish people who were a major contributor to our various agencies, sometimes our healthcare, sometimes to our civil organizations, they're pulling out of Liberia. So now we see that the Chinese just made a major donation to us today. And yes, that has been one of our government function. This is one of the things that the government has done over the past couple of years. Not a bad thing, okay? But how is that money going to be used for the Liberian people? This is the question that I have, and this is the question that you should have as a Liberian, as someone who's going to be, who's interested in the forward movement of our country. We can't be doing the same old thing over and over and over, receiving these grants from countries, receiving these aids from organizations, and using that to build our country. Yes, I agree. We have to start from somewhere. I agree that these developing countries will come in and they will entice us or they will give us funding, and that's all good. Okay. However, when are we going to start making sure that the money that is given to us is managed correctly and effectively and efficiently and for the people of Liberia? When? Okay, that is my question that I have, and that is why the CMC exists. Okay, to ask the government these hard questions. Number two, usually when these companies give us something, they expect to get something in return. That's just the nature of government politics business. They expect maybe to say, to remember, okay, the time that they donated to us, that when they ask us for something, not all, but for the most part, you want to be open minded when you receive gifts from people, that they will come back to ask you for something. So yes, China is giving us something right now, but we just want to be open minded that today or tomorrow, our resources, they might want that or come and ask us for a better deal. They might want us to soften our request for them to pay their share, or maybe soften our request on China Union or whatever it is. So we have to be open minded. This is why CMC recognizes that yes, we need funding to start off with. Yes, we are. Our political leader is a skillful negotiator. He's going to negotiate very well. He's going to be able to speak to a lot of people around the world, to be able to bring in resources to the country. But at the same token, he's going to make sure within the first couple of years that we manage the resources. We hold state owned enterprises, we hold them, okay, to pay the money that they get from taxpayers, the money that they get from organizations and institutions, the money that they make, to transfer that money to the government coffers, so that the government cover can be used for the Liberian people, so we can use that money in turn to build schools. Okay, we've shown you some terrible schools, some dilapidated schools here. We've shown that to you. Um, we also want to use that money so that pregnant women can't go to JFK and be held hostage there. There's a history of that. We want them to use that money to be able to get the necessary machines. I was just telling you about preventative care. One of the things that most developed countries do is to make sure that their citizens engage in preventative care. Like, it is so interesting that insurance companies will give you a refund back. I need to check because I haven't been following through. I need to go get my refund back. Don't 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 let me say that too loud. Act like you didn't hear me, okay? Because I don't know if my husband's listening, because I don't want him to hear that. Um, yes, they'll give you money back or give you some kind of discount if you engage in seeing your PCP the beginning of the year or any time of the year to get preventative care, because they know that it's cheaper for the organizations, it's cheaper for the healthcare system if they do an assessment and your illness is caught earlier. They can do that, versus if they have to run different other testing and therapy on you in the late stage of your illness. So it's a win-win situation when they bring in preventative care. And that's what we are hoping, that we can be able to have a country that will be able to serve its populations. Okay. I'm sorry, its population, uh, preventative care. For example, yes, if you work, I know there are some organizations in Liberia that provide health care to its citizens. Okay, they will pay a certain amount, and you pay a certain amount. That's standard. That's done all around the world. So maybe some people pay 100%. That's good. But then there are some people, majority of our Liberian people who live in the rural areas, may not be able to receive health care because they cannot afford it, because we have not set a system of respecting and giving our Liberian people what their needs are. We are top heavy, okay, in terms of our budget. We make sure that people in uh, government, the president, the pro tem, the vice president, all of those people have a budget to live by. You know, we know time in past that many of our big shot, when they got sick, oops, I just heard Henry's calling me. Let me talk to him. When they got sick, uh, when they got sick, they were sent to different countries. And he's asked me to remove some of my uh, clippings for the show today. Let me call Henry. Just give me a second. Okay, Henry's not listening to me. He's not answering his phone, but he just sent me a message. I have to learn a few things before, but let me just show you. So today on the news, besides the Chinese giving us a donation, that they said that it was a grant. A grant means that we will not pay for the money, the amount they are giving in certain ways. We will not pay for it. That's a free money. But I always wonder: is there any free thing? There's always something for something. But let me just start by showing you. Let me just. I know Henry was telling that I needed to remove. I'm afraid, Henry, if I move some of the images from here, if you can promise that you'll put them back on here, then I may just go ahead and delete them or move them. I tried transferring it to the media center, but I wasn't successful. So if you're listening to me, I know that maybe when I put a lot of it on, that sort of affects some of our panelists coming on. But let's see. Let me just see something here. Um, I'm gonna play a video, and we're gonna talk about it as after. Well, before I even do that, let me just go to do this, and then I'll take this off. I wanted to show you today what happened in our country. So today, students at the university, primarily the SOUP student belonging to SOUP, the Student Reunification Party at the university, got sick and tired of seeing, the university looking as it is. For example, our university, I did show you some pictures previously, has a lot of mold on it. It has not been painted for years. And so, as you can see, I'm showing you a picture of it. And our students decided that they were tired of seeing the university as is. And so they decided that they were going to engage in painting the university. Now, I believe that it's a form of protest. It's a call for help. The university has about 19,000 students in our country, and it's our primarily I'm sorry, it's our primary state-owned education center, college center. A lot of our students who graduate from high school in the past, once they pass the entrance exam, they are allowed to go to the university. I remember, my first time going to the university was in Top Ship. It was good. As a young person in high school in Liberia, before I came to the United States, I was on a basketball team, and we used to have basketball tournaments in Monrovia, playing Cathedral, and Monrovia College. I used to play. I used to be the starting guard for my school in Beaumont. And at one time, we had to sleep at the university. And I had a good friend, my best friend, Miss Nellie Henrys, who currently lives in the United States. She had a cousin at the university, and her cousin allowed us to visit the university and also to sleep with her in her room. So when we went there, the rooms were very nice. They were in top shape. They were brand new looking. The university looked brand new. I'm talking about maybe more than 20 something years ago now. But today we see that the university does not look good at all. It has mold all over it. It has not been painted. Some of the window panels are missing. I was also maybe at the university maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I visited uh, the university, and I was very concerned. Number one, I saw ceilings that were falling apart. The ceilings were molded. There were broken chairs. There were potholes in a lot of the driveway. the landscaping of the university was not up to par. So some of the students who belong, again, as I said, to the Student Unification Party said, we're sick and tired of seeing our university like this. In a way, I'm happy. I agree with them. I I agree with their posture to do something, because you can't be talking about something all the time and you're not doing anything. And so they decided to do something. But the question is, education received a lot of money in our budget. If you look at the 2025 budget, I believe 851 plus amount of money, 851 plus amount of $1 million, $851 million plus $1 million. Uh, it goes to education in our country, and the university gets about 33 to 34 million dollars. So where is this money going? How is this money being used? Is the question that we need to ask. Where is the money going? How is this money being used? Is the question that we need to ask. And I'm sure students at the university are asking this question: how is the money and where is the money going? I see my USA chair, my committed chairperson, who's always joins me here. She's in the background. I'm going to have her join, and then I'm going to start the conversation. I already started. Not I was chit chatting. Madam Fendula Zulu, how are you? It's good to have you here.
Fine, and thank you. Thanks for asking, and thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I was wrapping up something quick so I can join you. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I understand. I knew that I could count on you and rely on you to be here today. So thank you for coming in. I had started a conversation about talking about what was trending on Facebook and is trending in our country. The students from the Student Unification Party decided that they were sick and tired of being sick and tired of seeing the university looking as it is. So they decided that they were going to pin the university. Don't ask why they pinned it. They selected the color red or pink or whatever, a loud color as such, to pin the university. I believe that it's a form of protest. They
Mhm.
want the world to know that $33 million, okay, $33 million goes to the university from the budget, and they want the world to know where exactly is this money going. Time in past, the university received they have been receiving a lot of money from the university. In fact, most recently, Dr. Mapaya, who was recently uh, selected to be the president of the university, advocated for more money. She's also advocating in other parts of the world, in the United States, other organizations, for more money. But Soup is asking, and I'm asking the same question: where's the money going? Why do these buildings look like this? This is not only, and I will show you. I think you posted a picture of Vicky, which was, and you asked a question about the Capitol building, which I'm also going to show. Why why do these buildings look like this? I wanted to know your thoughts on this, Vicky.
You know, I really don't know why, but when I was just before I could come to America, because I pick up from Ghana, Bunubrankiam was my last place to seek refuge before coming to the US. And
Mhm,
then I have my other family member came first, I think a month or two before we joined them.
mhm,
And then you know how when your family member travel and you have all these phone conversations telling you how the place look like and everything. And then my uncle called and we were talking and he said that he went to a middle school campus in the US. I was in Ghana at the time and he was telling me, he said, Victoria, I went to the middle school. I know you cannot, not even close, compare America with that of Liberia. But I also think that Liberia and America have close relationship, especially when it comes to everything, education. The same thing, subject that the people do in school here, is the same thing we do in school there. A lot of our streets were named after streets from America. So that just showed that we should be exposed to the world as America is. And a lot of Liberians have access to America first before any other country,
Yes.
west, south, east, any other country of Africa. So that's why sometimes we try to like say that we should be exposed enough, especially with the way the relationship with America and Liberia. But we're not trying to compare America. We know America is superpower because usually when they say, how will you compare America to Liberia? And my uncle told me like there is no all the middle school. He didn't say high school. He said middle school. He said a middle school campus that I entered to, there is no other higher education place in Liberia that you can compare with a middle school campus here. So this we always say we value education so much. It's code of ethics. It will have for us to get our education, and we fought for education, especially. But it comes with a lot of stuff. The atmosphere alone, even the food that we eat when you cook, the platter is what gives you appetite. Sometimes the platter, the surrounding is what gives you appetite. There's no way you will see, oh, peanut dead, oh, Tony, your food in it, and then you eat it and you will feel good. So I don't know why places that of higher education like this should be this way and not painted. Liberian people, I don't know what they see. There are things that they places that they are what anybody go in Liberia right now. Let's say, for any visit, they will want to see your university. They will want to see your Capitol building. They might want to see your mansion. They might want to see all the historical places first before even extending other social area, to go and have fun. But look at the university looking like that. Look at our Capitol building. President will come and go. You can't paint that place. Just repaint at least or something. Look at how the university look right now, as compared to other countries. How university look like. When you should take proud of somewhere you call university, higher education, even schools. People try their best to keep school clean, high school clean, elementary school clean, and look nice with a good atmosphere. When you enter school, you're supposed to have a different kind of breeze or different kind of surrounding. You just feel good and a little bit cozy. That's how it should be like. But you cannot call this place a university that for a whole country or higher education center. See the way it looks like. See that place and compare it to any place, any institution of any kind. Within a country or within the US. Those are the main things people should be paying attention to. And then the reason why people are protesting too is protest is a form of communication. Because when you do the petition, you write a letter, you talk about it on news, or the way you're not talking about it on podcasts and whatever, and yet then still people don't seem to listen, you use that protest to communicate. Is there somebody using behavior to communicate? That's how I see protests. I have to show the action before you pay attention. Let me tell you the reason why some students have just been natty growing up. We had just some boys in the class that were just natty. They just wanted to be seen. Those are people that, feel that people, they were not seen. The only thing they can do for them to be relevant. If you're not scoring, you're not a person that can score. The only thing you do to be relevant, either root or yell or disturb so you can be seen. Yeah. So that's a form of communication. Like, hey, not because I'm now a student, I shouldn't be relevant in this classroom. Hey, you yell for somebody to see you because you got to be relevant. That's exactly what a protest is to me. I have to do something. I have to do, come up with some action before you pay attention to me. That's a form of communication. What they're doing right now, they are communicating. Like you said, you think it's a form of protest. Who will go to red and just start putting all kind of things like that? They're looking for the attention, they're drawing their attention, they're communicating. And I really hope that people listen and see these things. And even the picture that I posted for the Capitol building, that when some of us go to Liberia, we let to go to these places. Don't see all of this. We can sit here and say, oh, Liberia this, Liberia that. But we take proud in Liberia. We take pride in Liberia, especially now when you tell people that, oh, I'm from Liberia, it's English speaking. Hey, look at my flag, and your flag is the same. We pledge the same way I pledge allegiance. We say it the same way. Something gotta be there to prove, to look like what the people have here with all the big mouth we make on them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But see what is happening. So I just feel that protest is not bad. They can go and do that. They want their attention. They want their voice to be heard, and that's the only way their voice can be heard. You can't tell me they are not. I know university students. I know them. They start with petition first. Mm-hmm. I know they have made so many efforts, and then like you said, the money. Where is the money? Mm-hmm. Where is the money going? Mm-hmm. Those are things that money should be actually allocated for. Those should be some of the number one priorities in a country. The school, the higher education, higher looks like, because when people come, those are places they're going to go and look and see how it looks like. How about international schooling? Mm-hmm. Other people would like for the children to go out of country, different country, to go school. So what about even people from America? Yeah, white people decide to send their children over there. This place, how impressive is this place? For the children will feel that they're being taken to a boot camp. And then the most important thing I brought, we don't pay attention to it. It's crazy. I wish they would already tell what they're doing with the money.
Yep. I was teasing a little bit and said, usually there's a commercial that says, "Where's the beef?"
Yeah.
So we are asking, where's the money? Where's the beef commercial? You remember seeing that commercial when the Americans like their hamburgers, and so there was this commercial with Wendy where this person was looking at and comparing, where's the beef? Where's the beef? So where is the money? Where is the money? Where I read a statistic of 33 to 34 million in the 2025 budget of LU. Wow. Okay, 33 to 34 million was put in the budget for LU. So let's assume that it went to paying the faculty and staff. But I would tell you, under a CMC leadership, we'll have to assess that all of us, we are in austerity measure moment in our country. We have to be able to, and this is what we are doing when you see Vicky and I here almost every night and others, is austerity measure. Is giving back to your country. So must I be making $10 million or $5 million? When can that be? At least I know we have to live, people have to work, but does that justify going to teach in a building where the likelihood of me getting sick or the likelihood of it being not conducive enough? Why am I teaching when it's not conducive enough for the students to learn? So I will have to balance out. We'll have to balance out. Okay? Mm-hmm. Can I split my salary at least temporarily until we can at least get the university looking in some decent fashion? I want to piggyback from what you said, Vicky. Both of our students, and you work in the school system, I'm going to take a picture of the school that our children go to in the United States. I don't want to compare apples and oranges because, as Vicky said, usually you'll come and say, we're comparing United States with Liberia. No, we are not doing that. What we are trying to say is what we can look forward to. We have to have something to be able to measure to for good reasons. Okay, and the schools are you see middle school and high school, they are on sprawling grounds. They are big. The people are thinking ahead. They are clean. Mm-hmm. They are conducive, because if you don't have a conducive environment for your students to be educated, Vicky, how they're going to learn? They are going to be engaged in things like you said, attention-seeking behaviors. Mm-hmm. Okay, making noise and not learning, angry for no reason.
Right.
causing a ruckus in society for no reason because they are not satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on that we have to look into. And part of it could be maybe the effects of them coming to a building that they have no pride in every day to be educated.
Right.
Like, a mold, the mold can cause illnesses.
Oh
We
yeah.
don't know the effects of it can cause flu.
Mm.
A lot of young people are dying in our country. You know, a lot of people are getting sick, asthma. Those are all the effects, and just off the top of my head, to name a few, of mold. And that's what I'm saying. Dirt can cause a lot of illness, a lot of things in our country that we can prevent. How do you feel sitting down in a classroom where and trying to teach on when water is pouring down, when it's rain, the children don't have enough seats to sit?
Yeah.
You
Sit.
know, yes. The grass is growing, mold is in places. It's just it's deplorable. It's a deplorable
It is.
looking.
It
So
is that.
yeah, and so that's what I wanted to present this to you, but I also wanted to show you something. It goes to even our Capitol building. Look at, and this is a better picture. I saw. Vicky, you had put this on earlier, I think somewhere, and I just took a picture of it. I'm trying to look for even a better picture. Uh, this 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 is the Capitol building. This is even a better picture. There's worse.
Yeah,
I saw
that's
worse.
that's really better. I think that's
Yes,
a whole one.
yes. It's recent, but it just took it from a different angle. Yeah, look at this building where our legislators go to work day in and day out. Pretty please, and this is just a little word that I like to call my
See the
daughters.
curtain. See the curtain through the window.
Ah, okay. Tell me now. Tell me now, Mama. Tell me.
Oh,
You
yeah.
talk. Go ahead.
No, no,
Yeah.
I'm just, yes, like we said. And the thing is that you are saying the same thing, like, we're not trying to compare America with Liberia, but what we're trying to say here is, if we always say that we share the same kind of values as America, and Liberians travel a lot, so we expect Liberia to be exposed more. So we are talking about exposure. If we kind of close to the US, yeah, we are kind of close to the US. That means we are exposed. We should be the most exposed people to whatever they do. We should look at, we should follow the example and be like, oh, there is a reason in school look decent in the US. There is a reason, higher offices look decent in the US because we are close to them. We can do that. We can try and do the same practice, the same form of government, same three branches is with the same thing with the US. So if we are so close to these people, what things are these people prioritize? Why we cannot take it into consideration the same way? So that's, I just want to make that clarity about the comparison, because a lot of people say you can't compare Liberia infrastructure with that of with the US. That's not what we're saying. If we are close to these people, if we are exposed to the way of doing things, at least we should be similar, our way of doing things, or our thinking, or our ideology on things should be as close and similar as the US. We
Yes.
can look different.
Yes. Yes.
There should be just every year paint it. Just paint. At least paint. If we see the paint, we will not see the window curtain. We will not pay attention to the window curtain in there. We will not even look at what people be doing in the chamber, or the force in the between because of each other. We will not even, just by seeing the building. But the paint is building everywhere. Look at the seal. That seal can be painted again. I mean painted, like painted, like to do painting, like artwork. There
Yes.
should be a real artwork on that seal. But it should just stay like that.
Yes.
And then we sit here and make for nothing, big mouth. And then I had a Kenyan told me before, yes, I know that the American, you got your independent through the ACS, but do they help you?
Yeah.
Do we help ourselves?
That's that's a perfect
Do we
question.
help ourselves?
Now with this
So
kind of building.
exactly with this kind of building. So
Hmm.
it's exciting, man. I don't know where the money go, like you said. I don't know where the money go because painting and all.
Hmm.
We're
Hmm.
talking about changing the rooms and something or expanding. We're only talking
Yeah.
about painting at least for a decent and better look.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's exciting,
It
exciting.
is. It is. You know, when you look at people coming in, day out, this is our state building. This is where we bring visitors, guests to come and see. This is probably a place that, Vicky and myself, we visit, but look at how it looks, you
Mhm.
know, just like you said, just painting the building. What what would it cost to put in the budget? Painting the building, paint for the building. We have everything else. We got the president, providing food, providing gifts, doing whatever, different leaders within our government. They get extra money, miscellaneous money for different things that they want in that office. You mean to tell me nobody can think about just painting the building?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And like Vicky said, perhaps, you know, uh, there was a saying that my mom and dad had: cleanliness is close to godliness.
Goodness. Mhm.
Yes. So this is a good sample of how, if you clean the building and you have respect for the building, perhaps it will transfer to us practicing good governance.
Mhm.
Perhaps
Yeah.
if go to think about burning our country, burning our building where we make our laws, you would think twice. But you don't cherish this building. This is
Yes.
why it looks like this.
Mhm.
Very similar to our, place of learning, the
Yeah.
University of Liberia. And so that leads us into our next conversation, which is what the United States right now is looking at us, looking at this government, and saying the budget that you set for your agenda to develop Liberia, okay, we
Mhm.
are skeptical about it.
Yes.
We have problems with it.
Mhm.
We don't think that it is realistic.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
what the IMF is telling us. And I'm going to put their comments, which I summarize for us to see on the arrest agenda. I'm going to put it up, and then I'll ask you, Vicky, to also speak about it. But as you can see, we are
Mhm.
providing you two examples: the university building and our building. This is a better picture. I had
Yes.
other pictures, but I had to kind of finesse my way into putting it up because I was told that I tend to put too many image up. All right. And then that tends to block something
Oh,
work that with StreamYard. But anyway, um, I will take this picture down and put what the IMF says about this arrest agenda. Why they think that it's not going to work. And a great question that Vicky asked: how are we helping ourselves?
mhm.
Yeah, we have the IMF coming in and saying, yeah, your arrest agenda is, and I'm putting this up,
Mhm.
is we have some concerns about this arrest agenda. Number one, where are you going to get the finances from?
Revenue.
The revenue from?
Mhm.
When we see in your budget you had 33 to 34, excuse me, $1 million for the University of Liberia. See what a University of Liberia look like. In your budget, you rather spend 6 or whatever $1 million on building a building for ya, okay, than painting your capital building.
Mhm.
So now you come to the IMF, or now you come and create this budget for Liberia and say, okay, I am planning on using 8.4 billion, not million, okay,
Mhm.
to to meet the requirements of my arrest agenda. You're gonna tell us, say yes, this is how I'm gonna develop this country.
Mhm.
And the thing about us, we Liberian people, we just develop these plans, but we don't take changes into consideration. Last
No.
night we talked about climate change,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
we every year they've been telling us that things were changing, but we have just sat down and waited. Or perhaps I won't say that we don't have the money. Perhaps certain people feel that the money is only good for them, it's not good for other people. So, looking at this arrest agenda, as you're saying it, Vicky,
Mhm.
what are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Do you think
First of all,
the
mhm,
IF warning is realistic? Because some people think, oh, they're just trying to scare us.
it is realistic. How could it not be that when a couple of weeks ago you and myself started talking about a lot of the even the yearly one, the yearly budget,
Mm-hmm,
what everybody sees, and then they condemn it. They're like, this is not realistic. This need to be rearranged. This need to be looked at. How are they wrong? Well, you and myself see, we just saw something, just for the yearly budget that will put out the 1.2 billion.
mm-hmm,
So how is it different from this one? That this one, how is it different from this one? It's the same thing. And then the people, I also questioning, where you getting your money from? So what's the
mm-hmm.
plan of getting this money? And you talk about something that we talk about, a climate change, and yesterday. Yeah, it was actually yesterday that we spoke
Yes,
about it a little.
yes. Mm-hmm,
So, and we are now also planning ahead. We don't care. We only plan for today because we are it's our administration, or it's our regime. So
mm-hmm,
it's just about today. Because if we were planning ahead, we will know, even when there's climate change, we already got something planned in place in case there's a climate change. But that we're not even planning ahead. So all the heavy amount, all this agenda, how did they derive at this number?
mm-hmm,
But what was the calculation? What are they looking at? We that don't plan ahead to see, okay, this one is for in case of emergency, climate change emergency. In
mm-hmm.
case people lose their home in the coastal area. In case agriculture, people in agriculture go down because of the climate change, because the too many rain, they can't grow certain crops.
Mm-hmm.
None of them. If you check this up, there's nothing in there for that. But just it can just come up with number.
Mm-hmm.
This number need to be piece by piece allocated. It got to be breakdown. It got to be assigned. It got to be everywhere. Then before you bring it together and say this is the reason why the 8.4 billion. We don't care if
Exactly.
it's is an arrest gender, but what is it for? And what plans that we have to give us such money? Where we getting the revenue from? It's all about we'll spend this to do this. This is the money we need to do this. Those are the money we need to do this. How? From where? From by what means? What
Mm-hmm.
sources? So these people cannot be wrong. If they are wrong, that means we have been wrong. Because we all been thinking the same. Even over the local one, the 1 year budget that will pass,
Mm-hmm.
that was just proposed. We look at it just 1 year, or the other one, the fiscal year. We look at it, and the same concern these people have is the same concern we have been having.
Mm-hmm.
Member of the House of Representatives have been having. So how can
Mm-hmm.
they be wrong, Dad?
Yeah.
That's how we come up with our numbers. We just create numbers,
And you are so
and
right.
nothing happening.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
And
happening.
yeah. And Vicky,
And
you are so right.
yeah,
Go ahead.
and again, what you say about, we were talking about just those building, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a key thing that our president kind of stressed with the a project in Foya. And he thinks by saying that, Liberia is a whole big country, member of ECOWAS, member of the Mano River. It would be nice if we have somewhere, place where when people come, how you jump over the Capitol building looking good, the university looking good, and you worry about place that will host Mano River or and ECOWAS or will host,
Good question, Vicky. Good
how
question.
you jump over all of that? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
How you jump over all of what is surrounding that people are crying about, straight there that it would be a good thing. Okay, now you say they need a beautiful place or nice place that when people come to go there. But how you think these people, they're not going to go to your higher education center to visit?
Mm-hmm.
You think they're not going to go to your Capitol building to see it?
Yes.
How you jump over all of that, but you're concerned about Liberia is a big country, it would be good if we have place like that. Ready? Man, please out.
Yes. And when we come here to speak about our country and wanting to transform our country, we're just providing suggestions and asking questions and telling you that when a CMC leadership comes into power, this is what you can expect. Okay, the IMF is telling us that they have serious concerns about Liberia's ambitious arrest agenda. They are saying that the government of Liberia, the current rescue government, proposed that they need $8.4 billion, okay, to improve our country, to develop our country. And they are saying that they are going to do it. That's the budget that they are looking to work with. And the IMF is telling them this is overly ambitious. How can you have where are you going to get, like Vicky asked, the $8.4 billion from? What is your plan? And the thing that we're talking about planning ahead, this is what a lot of us in the CMC love to do. We are critical thinkers. Even when you see how the conversations are going within our chat room, in our meetings, you observe that.
Mm-hmm.
You will see that this budget was made, and the IMF told our government, this budget was made at the time where we're getting USAID money.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting money from Sweden. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
They even went to the extent of including money from the diaspora in their budget. Yes, in their budget plan. Okay, in the $8.4 billion budget to transform Liberia. How do you make such a budget? And so the IMF is saying that your budget is not sustainable.
Mm-mm.
We have questions about it because you were not planning ahead. You were relying on international aids.
Yes.
You're relying on the US. You're relying on the Swedish government. You're relying on the diaspora community. And so it is not concrete enough. It is not far-sighted enough. That's what they're saying to us. And so that's one thing that they were mentioning. And so they're saying it is bad enough that the little money that you're getting, okay, whether you're raising it from your own revenue or the money that we gave you guys in the past, y'all did not manage it well.
No.
Okay. There were problems in the way that you implemented these budgets.
Mm-hmm.
There were problems in the way that you implemented the money that we gave you to sustain the projects that you said you wanted to sustain. We read in the newspaper how corruption is, many of our leaders have said corruption is a problem. We saw how money that was given to farmers were used went in people's personal pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Just recently, we've been seeing how some government agencies have spent money on their own. Some of our civil organizations have pointed that out. In fact, some of your own transparency organizations
Mm-hmm.
that pointed that out. And so IMF is saying, you just recently told us that your collected the highest amount of revenue. You just recently told that. We just said we know how you collected the money. Besides, you're saying
I
that
forgot. I
you,
forgot to say that one.
your to us,
There's
your
surplus.
they were good at taxes, collecting taxes, but you never told us from who, from where, and how.
They
You
said there was
only
surplus.
discussed.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, people gotta laugh because sometimes this stuff is too serious that we gotta laugh. You know. So we didn't. We said we collected this amount of money from our free port. I think that's the last thing I read or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Collected
Mm-hmm.
money from our free port, but we didn't say who we collected the money from. We didn't say, this, and then I said we developed good tools to collect it.
The only said was internal revenue, but then we don't know where.
Yes,
We don't know
and
where.
yes, and I would say kudos if Liberian people are paying taxes now. Kudos to them.
Exactly.
But how are they paying taxes, and what system are we using? You know, we know in our country, for example, in this developed country that we lived in, that we are living, we know that we have property taxes,
Mm-hmm.
and the property taxes goes towards developing roads, goes towards developing, the hospitals and the local things, police and firemen, all of those services. Do Is that what you guys are telling us this from the revenue department, that you're collecting enough money from property taxes, business taxes, you're collecting enough money from the National Port Authority? How and why now? Why are you doing this? Why after 177 years you just figure out how to collect money from Liberian people, that you were able to collect the highest amount of taxes? So this is what IF is saying to us, that we need reform for our taxes. We need to have a stronger revenue base, okay, which we've been asking for, whether it's getting it from the companies who are coming to Liberia instead of taking brown envelope and bribing these companies, okay, we are taking royalty fee. We need to improve on those things.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that we're being a country, Vicky, that will give the people who are extracting our iron ore, our gold from us, will give them higher percentage, like
Yeah.
70%, and we'll take 30%.
Exactly.
We own a mineral.
We own it.
Yes. So they say that these are the things that we need to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we have a high inflation rate. The amount of people that can purchase things, that can buy things, that can pay school tuition in our country is too low. Only the rich and famous, certain people.
But yeah, that's the reason of all the cries that you hear every day.
Yeah.
I mean, the real trending news here is how marketeers are crying, how people are at least trying to make it, how they are crying, because there's all the people, everybody selling, who gonna buy?
Yes.
If everybody sells, who gonna buy? So everybody says nobody to buy. That's why the people are frustrated with the inflation. Then I don't understand how inflation and surplus match, but my country is an interesting country.
Yes, and Vicky just says it because in time past they were telling us the budget shortfall. Now all of a sudden they get surplus. So we confused. We are confused. So how does inflation and surplus match? It's a great question. And so the IMF is saying we need detailed plans that will take into consideration the reduce in funding from the United States, funding from USA, funding from Europe, and rely more on our own minerals.
Our own, in the worst case scenario.
Yes.
What's the plan?
Yes.
In case this company leave, in case they breach the contract, what's the plan B? In the worst case scenario of this, what is expected? What can we anticipate? All of these things, it needs to be a very good and better practice.
That's right.
So that when something happens, then now you don't have to put your hand on your head In order to, if you American people like details.
Of
If you
course.
have this plan actually listed and constructed in details, that in the worst case scenario, in case company A X bridge or leave or that, this is what we could do. This is what we anticipate doing. This, if you do the thing, the people see it, they will know you mean business. But
Absolutely.
not seeing anything like that. All they see is numbers, so they are right there. If you ask me if the people are right, they are right.
Yes.
They are right.
Very, very right. Yes. So, those are, some of the things that I would like to talk about. I mistakenly just removed something that I was going to add, but want to just show you before if Vicky raised a coupon. I was trying to. There was a video that you put up here. I want to just show you a video of what happened in the market sector with the street sellers, what we consider in Liberia the street sellers. That video was brought in our chat room by Mr. Smith Toby, so I wish he was here to speak about it more because I was trying to decipher what was happening, and I saw a lot of force and violence, and I want you to see it and get your perspective on it. So I'm gonna just let it play, add it and let it play. Yeah. Vicky, what do you think? I mean,
Police brutality.
yeah.
The policing system in our country is getting side and every day. They're taking so much advantage of our people. They're using so much power. The abuse of power is too much. Somebody laying like this with a hand on supporting the head. Why you have all the ugly knees or knees on that person? The person already helpless and laying down, but you have all the force on him. If the person is fighting, why would a hand be on the head trying to support at least the head? And you're carrying all that weight over that person. And those are alleged situations. These people have not been investigated or been criminal or what you say they do. Why are you treating them like that? Simply because you're police? It's getting bad. Every day is an everyday thing. I don't know what is going on, but I don't see actually a policing. I see retaliation kind of, thing they're doing. I feel it's sad. See the other kid, how they got his clothes, his leg. This is a human being, for God's sake. Then you put him down and then you asking him,
Amen.
after you have treated him like that, what if he's not actually it's now about what you actually treat in that way. Do you have system in place to actually pay for that? What you are cost him? Do you?
No.
It's sad though. It's
Yes, yes.
they make it seem that human being life is nothing in the country. Those are
It
human
is.
being like yourself. I know you are police, but come on now.
Yeah.
They just everywhere, everywhere
Yeah.
in the street,
Yeah.
looking for trouble on the kids. Look at the kids we talked about yesterday. Why the
Yes.
girl? The only reason we can't post that because, or we can't
No,
talk about
I'm
that because,
I'm gonna post that.
okay,
I'm getting it
yes,
ready.
because
We'll talk
I
about
have
it.
problem if that lady have made a video, if she has just
Yes.
at least taken a video clip. But
Of
what she explaining is a true story.
yes. And actually, Vicky, I'm trying to see if we can get the guys to contact her to see if she can come to the studio
Thank
and
you.
so she can tell her story. But I do. We can keep that story for Monday. But just
Right.
talk about it. But I want to play it too.
No,
Yes.
no, because you guys are police and you've got so much power that they're giving you. So you just walk around looking for trouble on the kids that are suffering, at least trying for themselves. I don't know what was the crime, but look at what happening. Three men over one person with the person here, supporting the head, laying down. So why all that knees over that ball for? Why if he pass out?
I'm telling you, who
He
cares?
could get
They
heat
don't even
stroke for
care.
that and die.
Mhm.
How do people treat people? You can get handcuffed, then you're using your knees.
Mhm.
Then what a curve about? It's
Yeah.
sad, man. It
Yeah.
getting too much. It's getting too
I
much.
feel
It's getting so
I
much.
feel the same way. I feel the same way. It saddens me. It is bad. Um, and I was looking at it. It looks. I was trying to recognize the area. It looks like it's in the Douala area. And the reason why we are pointing this out, okay, we know that there are bad apples, around. And we respect the police, we respect the law of Liberia. But if people are seeing at least this and sharing it, I can imagine what is happening in secrecy or in darkness.
Well,
Okay.
there's no
And this
camera.
is what we alert. We want to tell you that, okay, first you should follow the law. That's one thing. When the police comes, follow the law. But
Mhm.
on the other hand, the police too should know that they are in a position of authority. They are in a position of power. How can three person be on one person, one human being? Yes, I know sometimes you say the person was strong or they overpower you, but you are
But the
in
person was
the way you present yourself. Go ahead,
he wasn't
Vicky.
fighting. Dad, he wasn't
Yes,
fighting. Maybe you can put the video
yes,
again. He wasn't fighting. He was like this.
yes,
But then the
yes. Or at
knees and
all
everything, the
times.
force were over him. He wasn't
Yes.
even
For what
resisting,
reason?
nothing.
For what reason? Your primary duty is to protect and serve the people. You're supposed to be there to relate to the people, not to overpower them, not to act like you the McDaddy in town or whatever, the king of the jungle in town. Okay, not to do
And
that. And so
that's the
it's
thing.
sad though. It's sad. Like you, Vicky, you're right. And we're showing this, to show you that when there's no camera around, how people are behaving. Today, no camera was around when we saw that a young boy, a 15-year-old boy, was sodomized in the country.
Mhm.
Thank goodness the NSA, dismissed the person who is held reliable. I mean, who is held liable. I'm sorry for sodomizing the boy, and of course they're going through the process, and will respect that. But again, can you imagine the trauma that that little boy experienced, and the trauma that this person who was just on the ground like this, trying to say please, okay, and it eventually was able to get this person up and put them in, I don't know, their vehicle or wherever they were carrying this person. You are eventually able to do that. Why all that violence?
Mhm.
Okay, did it help? Obviously, no, it did not, because it didn't solve your problem, But what remains with that
And,
person, Vicky? Go ahead.
and there's something about that video. Let me tell you, all my
Mm-hmm.
people, they don't play. The way you saw the surveillance,
Mm-hmm.
they were quarreling with them. They were saying,
Yes.
"Oh, I will hear in the noise. Oh, the boy doing the boy. You want to kill the boy." Da, 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 da.
Okay.
If
Uh-huh.
that children were not alleged, even whatever was the problem, if the children were, if they caught them stealing or something, the surveillance were going to even join the police
Yes.
to beat them, to help them up and beat the kids. But
Yes.
where you saw surveillance actually pleading and crying and talking, say, "Oh, what are you doing to the children? You did the boy, you did the boy." That means that
That's something.
they didn't see the reason for the police to behave that way.
Yes.
That's our people. They
I
don't keep
agree
their
with you.
mouth shut. Yeah, they don't
I,
keep their mouth shut, and then
I agree with you
the
because
hand, my cousin can say the hay faith in nobody's mouth. If there was something the kids done wrong, they were going to be there. Oh yeah, cash in, you're cashing, you're cashing. Then what they can do? But you saw
yes.
what this is from the action
Yeah.
of these people. Just show that the police was on the wrong. They were not
It
supposed
was
to treat the
so
kids the way they were
confusing.
treating them for
So
being
confusing. So confusing. So yeah, I just wanted to just kind of show you, we're going to point out some of the people who are supposed to protect and serve us in our country, the people who are in position of power, how they are treating our people. Now, this I recognize, I think it was in the Douala area, okay?
Mhm.
Uh, but I can imagine what's happening outside of Monrovia, how they are treating our people on the highways, on the byways, in places like Cape Mount, going to Cape Mount. If you in the authority there, how are you treating the people there? So
Hmm.
it is something that will continue to show you, will continue to present to you. But I want to just go straight into our most enjoyable part of the show that we like is talking about CMC news. I'm going to show you first of all, I'm going to present to you our political leader, Representative Musa Hassan Bilete did a studio appearance, and he was speaking about the recent conversation or the talk of the town, which is they want to remove Speaker Kuhn for multiple reasons. And I believe many of us, have asked ethical questions about
Yes.
this speaker, you
Mhm.
know, uh, if he is the third man in command. He's considered himself a regime speaker. The manner in which he got into power, our political leaders says, he focusing on doing the work of the Liberian people.
Yes.
Yet he sees what is going on, but he's focusing on doing the work of the Liberian people, and which is what we often focus on, the work
Mhm.
of the Liberian people. That's our primary central concern here. So I'm going
Mhm.
to let you listen to it, and then me and Madam Vicky will discuss this. So I'll let you listen.
Is that the Unity Party has installed their own speaker. I have absolutely nothing to the removal. They've installed their own speaker. He is the speaker now. Uh, I have absolutely no desire to remove him. I've never participated in things that has to be. And I can say this for our rule of law caucus. Our position has been this is now our speaker. If there is an issue with he and his people, it's none of our business. They should resolve it. We have played no part and intend to play no part.
But have you heard about any of these meetings?
Well, I'm aware of them. They are having meetings, but also secondly, they are not serious. At the end of the day, in my mind, I think they have some internal disagreement in the rescue black, the so-called majority.
Oh, you mean it's the majority black doing their thing?
Yeah, they're just scaring each other. We don't have anything to do with it. We have no intention. Removing a speaker, bring more in going about it the same way that they are going about that hour against yesterday and now to become part of that today, that would be hypocritical.
Oh, like, have they brought any resolution to you?
Nobody can bring any resolution to me. I'm not going to sign any resolution. I am not going to be involved in the removal.
Yes, Vicky. So you heard our political leader speaking on the issue about the people in the majority bloc want to remove their own speaker. We recognize some of the reasons why they might want to do that, but our political leader just spoke. What were you thinking, Witi? Do you agree with him?
Again, the PL lay it. Okay, this is what it's trying. This man, you cannot sleep on Musa or something. You cannot play on his mind. He's not a person you can play mind game with. So to begin, all this interview will come because, like he said, there are more important things to focus on. The speaker does not retaliate. What they're trying to do is to try to like kind of make it seems like he's due to what happened in the past. I don't know, that it's retaliation, and they're trying to, maybe they are the one trying to blackmail or push this thing. So he's making it public that he has nothing to do with it. It's not his business.
Yes.
He is the regime speaker right now. That's the speaker they wanted. That's the speaker they put in place.
Yes.
And then it's not his business. In other words, it's not their business. Let them deal with it. And then he also mentioned that there's internal fight, but they want to, like, maybe turn away from it and make it seem that the people that have been that have problem with him before are the one that actually calling for the remover. No, it's your own people that put you there trying to get you out.
Yes.
So he's telling the Liberian people, get it right. I'm not part of it. I got a lot of different things to pay attention to than to retaliate. This is not it. He is the speaker. He's my speaker as well. And I have nothing against him. It's not me. It's not us. It's the same people. There's a fight in there, but they want to, kind of turn away from that and try to make it seem that it's the minority. There is a fight in there.
Yeah, right.
So our PR is not blackmailing anything. Here is not Musa has some ability. Here is not in anything like that. He has not voted on anything. It's not his business. He focuses as too much. Who focuses to be thinking about that? So they have to deal with it. They put in there. They have to deal with it.
Thank you so much. You couldn't even have said it better, Madam Sentolo. Exactly what I was thinking. That one of the words I used to say, how hypocritical would I be if I would be advocating for a removal of this speaker, something that I was against, in the past.
Yes.
That would be very, so you can see the consistency, of our political leader. He spoke for the rule of law. And if people who are in the majority bloc, which is their fight, if they are calling for their regime speaker to be removed, that's the Unity Party fight. They will deal with it. They will not entangled. They are not going to get our political leader involved because he just told us here, I got plenty things to worry about in this country. And my business is about focusing on the Liberian people. So I'm not going to be hypocritical. I'm not going to sit here and advocate for something that or be a part of something that I was against before. Not today, because it may be in our favor or it may be something that the Liberian people want. Then I'll come and say, oh, I don't want this man. Let remember now, it was our political leader against school, I believe, in the Speaker of the House. Okay.
And then,
yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Yeah. I feel that they're trying to drag you into it.
That's right.
Because when you put somebody somewhere and now, the table turn around and trying to get rid of the person, people that were against that person before or that were against the person speakership before, you will try to bring them on board because you think that they will be excited that yes. No intelligent, inclined, rational person will do that. And that's exactly what the PR is doing.
Yes. And he's telling us, I stand for something. You're not going to drag me into this, I stand for being against illegally removing a speaker. That's why I stand for the rule of law.
And
not because he actually said it's not going to do Liberia well in the long run to remove a speaker. That was some, I think, so the clip was a little mixed up. However, it may be to my advantage because this man, he won and I lost. So yeah, okay, it may
I'll
be to
be
my
against
advantage.
them.
I'm not going to be dragged into this, and this is why
Yes.
if this is why you're calling me to have this discussion, I'm not going
Yes.
to be dragged into it.
And
So
they're expecting that from him. They're looking
yes,
up to that from him. And then he
yes,
said, then no, I'm not with
that's
you.
right. That's
My
right.
stand is my stand, and I stand with what I believe in. Like you
Yes,
cannot remove or reject speaker.
that's right.
So you
Exactly.
deal with it is not. Thank you, PL. You're
Yes, thank
sorry
you.
about that.
Yes.
That was very, very rational.
And what we're trying to tell you, people who are listening to us, and again, we want to thank you for coming here. We'll call your names as we get closer to the end of the show. You have to look at the astuteness of this political leader, the way how he makes decision, the way how he's involved in the politics of Liberia, and the way how he's concerned about Liberians. He doesn't want to be in this conversation, okay? There is a regime speaker. You put your own regime. Any man can call himself regime speaker. You don't want to put him there. You're having your own internal wranglings, okay? And our political leader he's watched the whole show. He not studied the whole thing that's going on, you know. And he's saying that you're not effective enough. You're not serious, and so I'm gonna let you in your Rikamaro, okay,
Yes.
and concentrate on the Liberian
The
people.
people. Yeah.
That's what I've always done. So,
Yeah.
so I want you guys to see someone who's fighting for you. That's why we come here every day and we kind of show you different ways in which a well-meaning leader should behave. Vicky used the word empathy, which I love a lot. I love the idea of an empathetic leader, and that's what we find in representative political leader Musa Hassan ability. His empathy, his ability to be astute, to think. And we learn it definitely, right, Vicky? We both are learning, call you sometimes to get feedback, he tells us. And that's because this man, you have to remember that he has been in he's been in a political party for a long time. He has Sarah mentors, good mentors. Okay. Emma Sawyer, I recall, sometimes I have conversation. What's his mentor? He started out being a journalist, so he's been around Liberian politics for a very long time. He knows, how we can change Liberia. He's been supporting these different political parties, so that's why when somebody asks the question, is Musa Pilate ready to be president? So he's good enough to support all these other presidential candidates and presidents and political party, but he's not good enough to run our country. That's the question that I have. So I wanted to give you a little understanding and for you to see that we're going to go into also discussing what happened in Lofa County. I want you to see that. We're talking about CMC News now. I'm also going to tell you what happened in Lofa County. I'm going to show you the clip. I was very impressed with this clip. That's one of the last clip that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this one, and there's another one I'm going to show you. So it started off a little twisted, but you see it gets back into its own shape.
No, break. Someone doing prayer now. In Jesus' mighty name. Just picture. Just pray. No. Thanks, Father. There's nothing. This morning, come here, Lord, whatever we discuss concerning about this bridge, though you make it possible, make way so that this bridge can be faced in Jesus' name.
Amen. So, this morning we had a discussion with the elders, and each of them were presented to the elders and the leadership of the town. And so there were a couple of remarks made in that meeting, and then we decided to come down to the river Riverside. The last time the PL, the political leader of CMC, Musa Hassan Bilete was here. The elder took him down to the other side and actually asked him to help them. This river taking a lot of life. He didn't promise at that time, but he was thinking about it. And just last week, he asked us to come here with the engineer. Where's Mr. Kamara? This is our engineer, Mr. Musa Bala Kamara, so that we should come here for assessment. So the main purpose of today's visit to the river is assessment of this Lofa River. So we don't want to take much time because we can't wait today. So directly our national, our county chair, so we have to say on behalf of the party.
Thank you so much. And let me say greeting for the leadership of Lofa County, Citizen Movement for Change, to the great people of Kwadebone. Kwadebone is a great district, and our intent is to work with the people of Kwadebone to commend or complement the effort of government to ensure that development comes for our people. If you may realize, the CMC political leader, Honorable Musa Hassan Bilete, is commonly referred to nowadays as talk and do. And it's based upon what he has been involved with. He has been involved in Ima, he has been involved in Magibi, he has been involved in other counties. Coming to Lofa, this Kwadebone, a Lagos stepping stone for Musa involvement with Lofa. And some questions that have come to us, what Kwadebone? The fire can burn the spot before it moves. And with this, we'll be moving to all part of Lofa. And the CMC time. And to obtain that, you got to engage with your people. And that is why we are here. We are here to engage with our people, to come and do some assessment, to come and do some measurement, to see CMC can do to help our people. Because this place has taken lives. Yes. It has taken lives. Even in Nimba County, the first bridge he built, that place took lives. And because of the pressure-ness that he attached to the citizens of the Republic of Liberia, if lives are being lost there, it touched his heart, it moved him, and he's a passionate person. He don't want any loving Liberians to die unnaturally. If God calls you, you go. So that is why we have come here. And let's accept this, let's embrace this, and let's see it as a momentum situations, a movement for this country and for this district and for Liberia. We thank God, and I want to tell the program director, I will thank you. I want to tell our engineer, Mr. Kamara, thank you. We want to also welcome you into the county and into the district. We hope that with the collaboration and coexistence that will continue to exist with the people of this district, we'll move mountains in the district and we'll move mountains in Lofa. Let God bless us.
Okay, let me come in. Members of the media, we want to tell you thank you very much. Listen, my name is Vafle Dole, for those who don't know me. I have a moral responsibility as former Lofa County representative. So I'm a stakeholder to the CMC by virtue of the fact that Musa Ability is bringing development to my district, to where I'm from. I will support the CMC. Sure. Although I'm a founding member of the CDC, George William and myself, we all formed the CDC. I have never resigned from the CDC, but I'm not shy. I'm not afraid to identify myself with CMC. My relationship with Ability is older than the CDC or any other political party. And the development transcends party. Development transcends religion. So we are here as partners. We are partnering with the CMC to make sure that our people are assisted. You see this water, this river, for over 100 years, no one has come to help our people. Ability is not from here. He's from Nimba County. But he is multifaceted as a leader. His development agenda transcends what? Ethnicity, county, religion, or where you are from. Believe me, even if you didn't like this man, you have a responsibility to help him. Today, for the first time, our people are beaming with smiles. You can drive throughout this city, back in the city. Everywhere is greater. Everywhere is I don't want to say paved, but trust me. Even this road, you couldn't drive here. We have done that. Driving from here to the main road. So if this bridge is built, it will make mobility much shorter to Monrovia. Instead of you going this way, you drive to Tusu, you drive to Bulo, then the next thing you are in Johnstown. And more besides, farm to market roads, agricultural products, they will be able to monetize them. Monetize them, meanwhile, they will make money out of them. People have their bananas, their oranges, rice. How do you monetize that? How do you make money when no car can move? But not only that he's going to do this, he promises what? To fix the road from here to other towns and villages. Even me, I promise to build my house right back here the moment the bridge is built. So I want to say thank you. And I'm not ashamed to collaborate with MC.
Thank you.
Thank you and God bless you. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I can speak now. So the chairman has spoken. So the elder, our elder got to speak. Alaji Vavle Sherry. They are faster to CMC.
Okay. I like Hakiro. That one woman talk and I'll be the chairman.
Okay, thank you so much. But the introduction, my name is Game Elizabeth Woloba. I'm for Zozo District. Being here today, I'm too happy because that this kind of dealer we're looking for. They want to be here for how many years? If today you can get a dealer, like I can tell you, say, oh, I will face the bridge. That alone is a plus for us. We don't know fear. And for me, I promise the Kwani Boni people, I am a normal by trap, and I don't believe in troublemaking. And I bet in politics. Maybe some people here don't know me. I'm not a stranger in.
Wow.
So, yes.
You
Yes.
can for your stomach.
I know, right? I know, right? I know. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing when we see development happening in our country, and people are recognizing it, and members and non-members of CMC are saying it. Vicky, I have one more video I want to play. The actual river. I think that video. Let's see that, and then because we only have is what 8:19. We have like 10 more minutes, and then we'll close the show. We'll do our closing on it. So let me just show that.
Okay. The same place?
Is
it the same place? Or
the with the Evo, the daughter of this community decided to, ask this citizen movement for change political leader.
I'm sorry, Vicky. We were having trouble. I must have did something, or maybe there's trouble with the video. But yes, it was the same place. I was just showing us the location of the bridge that these people are talking about, because they didn't show it in the old video. But maybe I was online, but I was rushing to get here, so I didn't get it. But anyway, we only have about 10 more minutes to go. What were you thinking? What are your thoughts? We see development going on by county.
They that I don't know, but there are a lot of good things happening. You see, the same way when we see our citizens cry, and then we cry in our hearts with them, and we get angry. The situation on the situation is the same way when you see smile on their face, your heart, there's just a joy in your heart. I know that Mr. Bede is doing very, very good, Honorable Bede. But the testimony is my favorite thing. When the people are talking about 100 years, that 100 years, things are never happy in 100 years, and somebody is taking on to do. With the excitement, look at this, the speaker that spoke, I think he's a county chair, and he said, I'm just waiting. When this bridge is built, I want to build house. That means something that you've been thinking about. How can I build house when there's no road to connect? So that one bridge that man is building, you know how many development it will bring? I know they were naming some things, people will do their farming and they will do monetize and all of that. I get it. But once that man built that bridge, another person built house to where it was always impossible for house to be. Another man will build house there. The next thing you know, there will be a town. The next thing you know, it will start to expand. Just from building a bridge. You see how connective that is? And exciting it is. You see why our people just have a smile on their face? And people are over there, you can see that they're actually gravitating. Some people are like, I'm this tribe, but I don't go by tribe. I'm this religion, but I don't care about it. What I believe in is resort, and what this man is doing, and that's what matters to me. So it's so beautiful, and it's so helpful, and the project that this man is doing everywhere, and people are talking about how he's we always say diversity. He's diverse, he's inclusive, he's working other people's shoes, he show empathy. That this could be Nima too. It's not about Nima. It's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's mind blowing. I really like that. I like that video. It excited me.
Yes. What an exciting video. And we are showing this to you so you can see what our political leader is doing around the country. He's not just focusing on district number 7 or Nima County. As you saw, somebody stated in the video, he's in Bond County, and now he's going to Lofa. And he even told us, we talked about it here before, that he's going to go in the southeast region of the country. He's going to go to Grand Chile very soon. He's going to Grand Chile. So our political leader is doing what every one of us said. Vicky was talking about, we got fire in our heart for Liberia. He has fire in his heart, and he told us a lot of hope in his soul for Liberia. But what he said he can't do this alone. Obviously, he can't do this alone. He needs us to come and help him.
Right.
Are you coming with ideas? He needs it. What are you coming with, helping the community get together? He needs it. What are you coming to show the community about development? And somebody was just talking here that they're talking to the community. We need it. What are you coming with your finances? We need it. We need your membership. In fact, there was one man who spoke. I believe he said he was a former member of another political party. But he said one thing that I took with me. He said development transcends religion. Development transcends political party. Development transcends ethnicity. Development transcends gender. And I was proud to see that a woman spoke.
Yes.
Many times when we get in this public and group surrounding, women in Liberia are put in the back seat. But
Yes.
our leader said, this is a new day in Liberia. No, no, it's a new day.
Yeah.
We are going to intentionally, he said, it's time for a woman, let a woman speak. She was the chair. Let her speak. And
Mm-hmm.
she was the one, Vicky, that said that that bridge, that water, that creek existed for more than 100 or so years. And it took our political leader, okay, with fire in his heart and hope in his soul. He said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use the resource of this institution, this CMC institution, and I'm going to make changes to transform Liberia. And like you said, can you imagine? Imagine, and I was when you were talking, I was imagining the connectivity, Vicky, by just
Mm-hmm.
using a little, by just connecting towns in Lofa. I heard one man say, this is going to be a shortcut to get into Morovia, to get into the city.
Mm-hmm.
Say you can go to this time, that time, that time. By just going through this bridge, it's going to cut our time down. Imagine that. I want you to imagine that. If you're listening to the sound of our voice, just imagine. And this is why we're asking you, if you're listening to us tonight, to be a part of CMC, to bring your ideas, to bring your thoughts, to go in your community, to be more aware of what's going on. Be more aware. We've given you every now and we'll come here, we'll tell you, trending issues in Liberia, we'll talk about it. We'll tell you about what CMC is doing, what our political is doing to transform Liberia. That's his focus, and that is our focus. So I want to tell you, thank you for joining us, Vicky. I don't know if you want to read some of the people who, if you have any last parting comments, and read the list. I had kind of, I think V Chroma is where I stopped, and he was asking about,
Vikram.
yeah, or Chorus Morris. I think Chorus Morris got stars to his name, a star to his name. Can you see it, Vicky?
No, I see Vikram, but I don't see. Oh, okay. After Chorus, then Kruma. So
Yeah.
Kruma said my concern has to do with the Glanga City,
Mm-hmm.
Banga City. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
The controversial bridge. Do you think this which one government will allow honorability has Musa Hassan ability to complete that project? I'm concerned. Um, I don't know if you want to speak to that, but I think we came to final, right? On that
Yeah.
bridge building. Yeah.
So far,
They
that's what
let
they say they're gonna do, but the saying is out there, the judgment is out there. So far they agree with us that we're gonna build a bridge. So we're all gonna keep our finger crossed.
okay.
Come on.
Yeah. They let us they told us to build it. So I
Mhm.
mean it's on paper, it's documented. So if they come back again and say something, then I mean it will be on them. But they told us that we can. Yes, we can. And then Mr. Meska said, I am following from Duma Dobola town. I think I said that right. Pakman District, Grand Kidmont County. Hey, Zara, your county.
We win in a
Thank
football
you so much.
tournament.
Thank you for watching. Okay, then Prince Bushman. This is my bestie and my little brother right here. He said,
Yeah.
yeah, leave me or at CMC, I will love. Yes, yes, indeed. You
Yeah,
gotta be where I am, bro.
no, that's it. Yeah, I
This is my
love. I
bestie,
like
my
that.
queen. I'm following. Yes, thank you for always following. And
Yes.
then Ali Seo say Musa Hassan Bilete sweet in all the areas. Yes, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
Yes.
And Ali also said, yeah, okay, I already read Ali. And then Ali also said Musa Hassan Bilete is a precedent material. Long time ago, do not
My,
mind them. Long time
that's
ago,
right.
yeah, do not mind them. Yes,
Thank
he
you for
is
the
a president
support.
material. He's
Mm-hmm.
everything material.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just actually confused when it comes to Liberia development and politics. A mayor will become a representative in a district as in a senator. No changes in the house. County, district, community, and even the country as well. But still, to become a president before improvement of development Let God take control. Oh yes, I got your point. I think I kind of know, trying to see what you entails, but it's not our political leader because we are in 2026, and he started in 2025 or 2024 doing his development. So he's not one of those leaders that want to be president before they start doing this. He's not the one that will go and give back of rights to people 2029 when it's the CEO of elections. So that does not apply to my political leader. But thanks for the comment. And okay, Diane, somebody just referred to you.
Yes,
Just
Sister Dorothy
yes,
Siatoka,
that's
she's
Dorothy.
also, yes, she's a member of
Aduk.
in
MK Kene,
Mhm.
TMC is strong. Coming 2029. Yes. We are
Yes,
strong. That
yes,
ends the comment. I hope I didn't miss one of the people comment. If that where you start from is where I pick up from. And then
that's
for those of you that we didn't read your comment, is maybe oversight. We want to say thank you so much for watching. Always come here, share the show. Let us do this together, okay? CMC is the way forward. Join
yes.
us. Let's move Liberia forward. We mean business. We know what Liberia needs, and we are doing exactly what the Liberian people do need. So join us. Let's make this team. Let's join the movement. This is a movement. Let's fight to
Thank
free
you.
our Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
and good night to you. Good night. I'm going to just play
Thank
this.
you.
Mhm.
CMC for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's hold together. Let's hold together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.